Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode 15 in my Automate Everything Minecraft series. In today's episode, we are going to be playing with the Material Stonework Factory. And let's take a look at what exactly that is. Let's see here. This Material Stoneworks Factory is a fantastic thing. It can make a lot of different things here. Anything from, basically anything that you can make from cobblestone. And it can do things such as furnace cobblestone into stone. Basically, you just type in what steps you need, and it gives you a bunch of different materials here. So basically, it is a super useful block. The thing is, we will need to first play with some pink slime. Now, last episode, I set up this mob slaughter factory, and I have gathered a bunch of pink slime here. So I have a bucket of it. So let's get started. After you grab a bucket of pink slime, you'll need to go to an open area, and I need to find a good, nice open area. Looks like somewhere off in this direction we'll find an area. Okay, right here. Over here is pretty flat. Let's set this down, and then we'll need to grab a soul vial, because I plan to be able to auto spawn these in the near future, as in like in a few minutes from now. So once this forms into a pink slime mob, I will need to grab it in the soul vial. Not sure exactly how long that's gonna take, but it needs to hurry up. There we go. Okay, so we have a pink slime in the soul vial. Let's take it back. I also already have a spawner made up because I've made the powered spawner from Ender.io before, so I didn't feel the need to do it again on camera. And I also grabbed another spawner from the little cave thing with the two spawners. So I have a powered spawner with me. I have a broken spawner. What we need to do is we need to throw this in here. Get that started. And while that's going, I'm going to grab some experience here. Let's just grab a stack. And we can shift click that and get a bunch of experience because I might need that in the future. For right now, I actually want to grab some lava. And I also need to wait for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a nap real fast. Maybe. And then I'm going to go grab some lava. And I'm going to grab the lava from this asteroid area right over here. And then I'm going to be back. I'm going to be back here at my base with a bunch of lava here in a couple minutes. And I'm back. I have a bunch of lava with me. I also need to grab this stuff. Now to do this, once again, we put this in an anvil, and we get our pink slime powered spawner. I do need to make a capacitor for this thing. You know what? Let's go ahead and use this one because we have it. Also, let's dump all these lava buckets in here. And the soul vial as well. I don't know why that thing's still making sound effects, but it still is. Okay, so I have this off. So all I need to do is grab this guy. Put this one down. Tell it to... Okay, that's gonna drink too much power. It needs to be active with signal. I probably should replace that capacitor because it's just gonna take too much power. So let's go ahead and make a real not so power hungry capacitor. I did get some more grains of infinity, so I do have a little bit of that. So let's go ahead and take that out, replace it with something a little more manageable, and then tell it to start spawning some pink slimes. So as we can see, we don't have any pink slime in here. I would like to replace that torch. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so I'm not going to wait around for that to work right now. I'm going to take care of this stupid soul binder. Okay, that's weird. I have no idea why it's doing that. I might know a way. What I'm gonna do real fast is I'm gonna log out and then log back in, hopefully get rid of those stupid soul binder sounds. So I'm gonna be back here in a second. And relogging seems to have worked, and I also see some pink slimes in here, and I do see them dying, so that's pretty good. I don't actually need very much pink slime at all, so we should have, I should have exactly what I need already. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and shut this thing off. I don't really need it to be on right now. Also, well, there's one more thing I need to grab. I need to grab some water buckets. So let's grab some more buckets here. I do have a bunch of empty buckets left over. So let's grab some water. We can get some from right here. Boom. I actually probably only need 5, but the thing is, it's never a bad thing to have a little extra water and lava around. So, to make these Material Stonework Factories, let's just type in factory. I think that's just a easier way to do that. We'll need all this stuff right here. We're going to be using this recipe, so we will need some of these guys. I think I'm going to make 5 of these right now, so let's do that. We also need 5 of these. We need 5 iron pickaxes. And then I have the buckets. I'm not sure if I have these guys, so let's go ahead and make a bunch of these. I'm not exactly sure how much glass I have, but we can make more with the Material Stonework Factory. So let's see here. Oh, am I really gonna have to do this every time? Oh well. They do stack. I wasn't sure if they would or not. Okay, 5. Cool, cool, cool. Now let's grab our buckets back because I like to carry 8 buckets with me. Also, I want to make some more black hole units. I have 2 currently, but I would like to make 1 for each item that we're going to be producing. That way these things can just run and run and run, and then I'll have, you know, pretty much infinite of these items, which will just be great. So to make more black hole units, we have the machine frames. We might need some more chests. So let's grab some wood here and just do that. I might have just about everything else though. I think I do. Cool, I do. Okay, so now I've used item duct in the past to move items, but I think today let's use some item conduit. Now to make item conduit, you need pulsating iron ingots, which is made in the oil alloy smeltery, with iron ingots and ender pearls. So let's get that started real fast. And because ender pearls only stack to 16, let's just do 16 for right now. And since we do have a lot of ender pearls, that's not a big deal. I also made a bunch of energetic alloy earlier, just for a little testing of something. So now we have pulsating iron, and I actually really only need 1 ingot, to be honest. Let's see here. And then I think I need some more of this binder stuff. So that's cool. We have that. You know what? We don't need that anymore. So okay, that should be all that we need. So actually, let's just shift click. And item conduits are really, really nice. because you don't need servos or anything for them. So how I want to set this up is on the surface here, we're going to have the black hole units. So this 5 area right here. I did move my battery for this little system right here. Originally it was right here. I just moved it to over here. Nothing big there. So basically, under here, we are going to have the Material Stonework Factories are actually going to be right there. So our conduit can run right here. I think our conduit is right there. Let me make sure I'm not going to accidentally hit anything else. I think I need a way out of this little hole. So our conduit will be right here. The Material Stonework Factories will be right here. And then right here we will have the item duct. And what I'm going to do is I am going to separate them right here like that with the wrench. And it's really nice that the crescent hammer does work as a wrench for the Ender IO items. Ender IO does have its own wrench, but it appears the crescent hammer works just fine for them. And then on top of these guys, actually first we need to figure out what exactly we want to make. We do want some cobblestone, so this one is perfectly fine how it is. I would also like stone, so we need to furnace this up, and then that's stone right there. And let's actually take a look at what the RF cost is. 40 RF per tick, not bad at all. Let's see if this thing's any more. No, it's not. Okay, so 40 RF per tick times 5 is not bad at all. It's 200 RF per tick. This reactor can do a lot more than that, so it's of no concern. Next, we want sand, so we want some, I think it's grind. Yes, it is. So that's sand. And we'll have to do a little white listing, I think. Yeah, we definitely will. Yeah. So we'll need to make filters, but that's not a big deal for right now. Next, I want glass. So it's, whoops, it's grind, furnace, I think. And we don't need that stone. And then the last thing I want to make is silicon. Or do I? You know what? I don't think I do. I think, yeah, I do. I do. So it's, I think it's like grind. It is, grind. Okay, so let's get a few of these items out so that we can do filters. Not entirely sure what entails a filter. So let's see what we need. Filter, and we need the basic item filter. It's just paper and a hopper. So that's pretty easy. I do have a bunch of hoppers made up from when I made my mob spawner. I should have a bunch of paper over here. So let's grab some paper and let's make some filters after I eat. And I should only need 5 of these. Actually, technically, I really only need 4. Because the first one doesn't need a filter because it only produces cobblestone, so it can't extract anything other than cobblestone. So how we need to set this up is extract, always active, and then actually, shoot, I need to be able to get down here so that I can set this up to be insert, and it needs to be, I don't need to do anything. Okay, so now I need to do filters. Whoops. This is insert, or no. This is extract. Okay, there it is. I haven't played with these filters in a while, so apparently I'm stumbling around. Okay, so whitelist, stone. This should be always active. Actually, let's just go ahead and place all of these. And then we can do this. Okay, so this should be getting... It's because I put the filter in the wrong spot. I'm a genius. Okay, so theoretically... Okay, that works. So that's cool. Let's throw the stone in here. Next, we need a filter for this. It needs to be whitelisted to sand. And you cannot shift click. I'm not really sure why. It needs to be always on. That should be sand. Okay, this next one is glass. Configure. Glass. Whoops. Always on. Glass. And then I can get rid of the sand. And then this should be more of the same. Whoops. Yeah, shift clicking definitely does not work. That's kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. And then we need to kick this to always active. Okay, so that's cool. Now we should have, you know, all that we need of all of that stuff. So anytime we need silicon, glass, sand, stone, or cobblestone, we'll have it right here. So that's pretty fantastic. This system does use a little bit of energy, but it's not too bad. Let's see here. One more thing I'd like to do in today's episode is to set up an automatic system to create my processors here. And there are 3 different types of processors. So let's get on that as quick as we can. I will need some stone and some flux duct. First off, we need to make some ME controllers. This will be its own little system. I do have a bunch of skystone cooked up. I did make some pure fluix. I should only need one of these blocks, so that's cool. I think for this little system, I'm going to use an ME chest instead of an ME terminal with ME drive. An ME chest is like an ME drive, except it can only have one of the storage cells in it, I believe is how that works. I don't know that I've ever actually used ME chests before. So let's go ahead and make some of this. I need a little bit of it. Once again, glass is really, really cheap now because I have, you know, a load of it. I do, you know what? Let's make some more quartz here, or some more fluix. I'm not sure how much I have. And as you can see, all of my Certus that is in the system is now charged, which is pretty fantastic. It's nice to have. Let's see if we can't get all this to go in here. Okay, so that, come on, should be 2 stacks of fluix. It is. So now we can make our cables here, and we'll need a decent amount of these guys. So that's why I made up so much of this stuff. It is definitely nice to have. Let's grab something like almost a stack. That should be plenty. Now we'll need some buses to automatically import and export items. So let's see here, bus. Okay, so export buses, we'll need 1 for each of the presses. So actually, let's grab the presses real fast. And then logic is the last one. Actually, I'd like to put these in a certain order. Yes, actually, I like this order. Anyways, so we'll need 1 export bus and 1 import bus for each of these. So let's grab those. I'm not sure if I have any pistons. Let's make some pistons. Okay, let's make some wood. That should be plenty. And I need quite a bit of these guys, so let's do that. That should be plenty. Also, I have a bunch of slime balls now, so sticky pistons aren't an issue. Okay, so we have the 4 for here. And then in addition, I will need... I need to actually make the processors, which require something like 3 more export buses. So this is for the actual one that's making the processors, because we need all of the 4 different ingredients and then the one inscriber itself to make the processors. And then I will need 5 import buses. And I need to make more sticky pistons. That's unfortunate. I don't want pink slime. I want regular slime. Although I very well could just use that. Okay, that should be good. You know what? In addition, you know what? No, I'm not. That works fine. I'm not going to move that charger. A lot of times I will include an automatic charging unit in this guy, but I don't really need to. Let's go back to making that ME chest that I really never got around to finishing. I have an ME terminal now. Oh, whoops. Go back. I should have everything I need. I want to use a regular Fluix crystal, not a pure Fluix crystal. Now I need a storage cell. And I think I'm just going to use a 1K one for right now. I don't know why it, by default, does the pure Certus. I don't want to do that. Okay, let's try this again. I wasn't sure if I had any more quartz glass, but apparently I do. Now, the cool thing about the ME controller is it can accept energy directly. You don't need a power acceptor like this guy does. I do want to set up a energy cell for this. So let's go ahead and do that real fast. Cool. I was thinking that I made extras of those other things. So let's also grab a lever, because once again, I would like to turn this thing on and off. And then we're going to build this underground right here somewhere. That's not prime. Let's try over here. Actually, we can set up the ME chest to be right here. Throw a storage cell in, and yes, I'm correct. It only needs 1 storage cell. I believe, yes, and you can access it straight from the chest itself. So this will be my access point. Oh, what did I just break? Okay. Oh, I see what's happening. The sound is muffled over here, but over here it's not. So it's like louder. Okay, so I think how we're going to do this is I'm going to try to put my controller right here with my energy cell right here. Input in the front, output to the back, output on high signal. So, yes. It is, as you can see, the battery is draining here. If I change this to ignored, it is at full power, as you see in the tooltips. So let's change that to high. And now we need to set up our inscribers that I never made. Okay, so I need inscribers. I need 5 of them. And I need more sticky pistons. Okay, cool. I have enough sticky pistons. And I don't want that. I want the regular Fluix once again. Okay, 5. Cool. Okay, so let's dig out this over here. Hopefully I can fit 2 of them over here. And then 2 of them over here somewhere. Actually, I don't know that I'm going to be able to fit 2 of them over here. If I go down, I might. Okay, so how I want to set these up is the exports and the imports have to be on the sides for these first 4 that I'm going to be making. Actually, is going to be a little more troublesome than I thought. Actually, if I do not that. And I actually don't want those to be connected. I'm actually going to just reroute this. To be behind, right here. No. Okay, that should work out all right. So now I can run this right here. I kind of want to move these over one, but I don't see that working. I think I can get this to work like this. Okay, so I need to drop this down. I need to place some export buses here. And they need to go on the side. So I'm shift clicking right now. And then I need import buses. And the import buses will not need to be configured. The export buses will. Okay, so there's the import buses. Let's figure out exactly what goes where. So silicon, logic, calculation, and engineering. I also need to finish up cable routing right here. Okay, so that should be, yes, that should be all right channel-wise. And then lastly, I need to set up an inscriber with connections all over the place. I do mean like all over the place. So let's actually extend that by 1, and then actually let's delete this for a second. Okay, so how this inscriber is going to be set up, it needs an export bus on the bottom, side, and top. Let's see if I can't get out of here. And then it needs an import bus on the side. And that's because there are 3 different inputs and 1 output. So now I need to grab everything to set up my inputs. So let's do that real fast if I can. Shoot. And I also need an expansion card. While I'm thinking about it, I might as well do that. And it's not actually called an expansion card, it's called a capacity card. So first off, I need to make one of these guys, which I do not have a calculation processor. We can do that easily enough. As we already need to grab a bunch of this stuff to complete this system. Gold, silicon, and diamonds. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and place this block down with the lever on top. And that's so we can go ahead and power up this system. Okay, so good. Okay, now to set up the exports. This is the silicon, so silicon goes in here. This is the logic. So gold goes in here. This is the engineering, so the diamond goes in here. And then this is the calculation, so the pure Certus goes in there. So let's just toss half of all of these guys in here. Oh, sorry. Apparently clicking on one side or the other. Okay, I was like, where'd my items go? I also need to grab some redstone. So let's actually grab 2 stacks, and let's grab some more silicon, but we have silicon in here, so I'm not sure which one it was. And that's, I need what, 32 more, I think? Yes. So let's go ahead and just dump pretty much everything in here. Okay, so now we should have the printed circuits, which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and set the first one up here. So we will need, let's actually just grab all of these guys. And then we need to place down this last inscriber. And so let's set up the exports. So the top gets the different variety of the circuits, which is why we need the capacity card. This one gets the side gets the redstone, and the bottom, which I cannot get to, gets the silicon. And apparently I do need to make this block. Okay, so now we should see a processor spawn somewhat soon, maybe. Oh, no, it won't. You know what? I didn't connect this up. Okay, so we need to put that down there, and it also needs power, so we need to do something like that. And it also needs redstone. My bad. Okay, so this thing should be cooking. Now we should have this processor, and it should be able to make these just fine for right now. And now we can make that capacity card that we need to make to finish out this system. And then we can just cover it up. So, basic card, and then I think it was just Certus, maybe? Yes, cool. So that is how you make a capacity card, and to use it you just take your import bus, it goes in one of these slots right here, and now we can tell it, okay, you can also accept these other things. So now it should be able to make all of the circuits, which is fantastic. Now this thing will automatically make our processors. Okay, so let's cover this up, and I think we'll just call that good. It's definitely not the cleanest thing, but it's out of sight, out of mind. And then if I ever need to shut it off, I can just flip this lever right here, and it should be good to go. And once again, it's drawing power from this reactor right here, which it automatically turns off and on as needed. So we shouldn't be wasting too much. Also, this thing burns fuel ridiculously slow. This is the entirety of the amount of fuel that has burned in, I don't know how long I've had this running, but like close to a week maybe. I don't know. Anyways, so now we'll have some processors, so that's fantastic. I don't have to screw around making them by hand. And I think this is a pretty good wrapping up point. So in today's episode, I got some pink slime, made the mob pink slime. Now I can spawn them with this system right here just by flipping this lever. I'm probably going to actually change out that spawner with a Enderman spawner or a blaze spawner at some point, because I really don't need any more pink slime for right now. I built some Material Stonework Factories under here, which will give me, you know, basically infinite sand, cobblestone, stone, silicon, and glass. So that's pretty fantastic, because all that stuff that I use, you know, a decent amount. And then lastly, I built this little system to automatically make processors. And that's a pretty fantastic system. All you need to do is dump in the required resources to make the processors, and it goes ahead and does it for you. So that's pretty fantastic. If you liked this episode, give it a like. If you enjoy automation in Minecraft, subscribe to my channel, because that's kind of what I do. Signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.